Shake it on down, shake it on down, shake it to the ground. My fun's not the only one she shook down. That's okay, I ain't gonna affect my day. I ain't gonna let nothing stand in my way today. No one's gonna stop my day from turning into something great.
What's happening, everybody? We are in the studio today with Rob Leines. Fucking bitchin' drumhead right there, man. We just did a live recording video shoots for EPK, promoting a new album coming out. Do all sorts of that stuff here at the studio. Got Victor over there in the corner on camera today. Dan, the bass player, hiding over here in the other corner. And those guys are in there right now. Checking it out. So here's our setup. It's pretty simple. This is a really cool, they call it outlaw country. It's really bitchin' stuff, man. It sounded fantastic. So our setup is pretty simple. We got Rob's Fender Deluxe over here. We've got a Heil PR30 and a Delphos, Roswell Audio Pro Audio Delphos on it. We've got two baffles. We're cutting everything live, so we have two. As you can see, I'll get down here. Look at this. So the amp is being blocked from the drums, and there is next to no bleed going on. And this little amp sounds fantastic. Then Rob, we've got an SM7B for vocals, which helps kind of keep, obviously, this is a pretty tight pattern on this mic, so it's helped keeping some of the drums and stuff out and making sure that we can get a good vocal sound, even though the drummer's like 5-6 feet away. Now on the kit, we're going a little simple. Well, same thing in the kick drum. I've got an ATM 250 and the CS5 on the outside. Pretty much my standard go-tos there. AE 3000s on the toms, the 450 on the ride. Audio-Technica AT 4050s on the overheads. Now, one thing I did different today, and it just seemed to work with these hi-hats, because you see we've got the set of mandrels, we've got our tambourine on top, and we had a couple different condensers going, and nothing really was working. It was either way too much proximity from the hi-hat, so that sounded bad, but the tambourine sounded good, so we went with the Heil PR31W. Yeah, PR31 BW, I think is what it is. And it's basically a short PR30, but it's such a tight pattern that it makes it real easy to, we don't get the same proximity effect as I am with a condenser mic, but the tight pattern kind of helps keep some of the snare out. And as you can see, I'm aiming it kind of in towards the bell right here. And it did a great job of getting a nice hi-hat sound and enough of the tambourine, man. It just blended. Then on the snare, this is what I've been doing a lot lately, a Heil PR22 and an SM57 and a 57 on the bottom. And then you can see from here, you can see how the amp, you can barely see the amp. Now we did the same thing with the bass. Now we ran the bass direct, but over here, we're going the Mark bass, so I have no mics on it whatsoever. We're just taking a direct signal, but it is live in the room because Dan, he wasn't using no headphones. He was just listening to the vibe in the room, which sounded really good. And then drums, we had an in-ear mix, and then Rob over here also had an in-ear mix. And that was it. But it was pretty cool. We'll get a little sample up, and I'll let you know when their videos come out. So, all right, guys, happy recording. See ya.
Shake it on down, shake it on down, shake it to the ground. My fun's not the only one she shook down. That's okay, I ain't gonna affect my day.